You are not your past. The past version of you is not you now. I see a lot of people today who take for granted the present and who don't live in the present and live in the past. In this video, I want to explain why it's negative to live in the past and what you can do to start living in the present and how to start enjoying your life more now. A lot of people look forward to the future. A lot of people look forward to birthdays. A lot of people look forward to Christmas. A lot of people look forward to holidays and expect at that time that they'll be happy and that they'll be happy in the present moment then. And a lot of times it never happens like that. A lot of times it just doesn't materialize that way, because you need to sort yourself out now and you need to be happy about what's happening now and live in the present moment instead of living in the future that isn't necessarily promised. I found myself a lot of times before living in the future of me doing this with this person, me going here, me doing this, and I was projecting my happiness from now to then. So I was feeling the happiness that I'd feel then, I'm feeling it now, but it never actually materialized in the way I wanted it to. So that left me feeling negative and sad and wanted to live in the past because positive things happened in the past. So you live in that positive and that happiness that's happened in the past, but then you don't realize what's actually going on now. And you don't realize the beautiful trees, the beautiful air, the beautiful nature when you go for a walk. You don't realize the beautiful time it is to meditate, to read, to journal, to listen to audiobooks, to listen to music, all things that are beneficial now, like the relationships you have with people, having a nice conversation with someone, doing positive habits like working out. You don't realize how beautiful them things are when you're doing them now, because you're looking forward to the future or you're living in the past. And it's so easy to live in the past. It's so easy to look at yourself as a version before. It's so easy to see yourself as someone you once was, or view yourself as what people thought you were beforehand, and not move forward because of it, and live in that old version. Yeah, I'm this, yeah, I done this, yeah, I done that. And at the end of the day, you're just stunting your growth. You're stunting your growth as a person. You're stunting your growth as a man. You're stunting your growth as a human being, because you're not moving forward. You're not doing things to make you better and to make you happy for what's going on now. And it's so hard nowadays with social media and all this overstimulation to be happy with your life now when you strip that away, because it's got your mind thinking that you need these things when you don't. And you really don't. And it's so hard to be present in conversation. It's so hard to be present in nature. It's so hard to be present in meditation when you're just overstimulated by stuff. And you're just constantly overstimulated by social media, TV shows, and you just lose consciousness to that. And it's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. Like, people just don't live in the present, and I've been a victim of this in the past. And I've always lived in the past or in the future. I've never lived in now. And it's such a shame. It's such a shame, because it's literally only been these past few weeks, and short spurts beforehand where I've lived in the present, when I've been happy for the present. And it's miserable to think that that's how it was. And that's how I was. It's really sad to think that, because what else do we have than the present moment? Like, let's break it down really. Like, what else do we have than this present moment? It's interesting when you think of it like that, because it's so easy to look forward and it's so easy to look backward, but it's hard to say, like, and to look for what you're happy with now. Say, like, for example, water or journaling or just everyday life, like eating food or going for a walk or meditation or feeling good in yourself. It's hard to really dive into that because of what these social media apps have done to us, and to what all this overstimulation of TV and Netflix and YouTube and all all this Disney Plus, all this that has just overstimulated us to the point we can't focus now, to the point we can't see what's happening now and be happy for. And before you know it, life's passed you by. Before you know it, time's passed you by. Like before you know it, you living in the past or in the future, this moment's gone. What you could have had now, the enjoyment you could have had now is gone. And it's a shame, but we've only got ourselves to blame for that. And it's so sad to see like a lot of young people and a lot of other people waste this present moment. They waste this present moment by looking forward or by looking back. And it's a shame, man. You don't see the beauty in the world that is there. You don't see the beauty that you can do for yourself. You don't see how you can make yourself feel. You don't see what you can do now in order to make yourself better. And that's kind of hypocritical in a way, because I'm saying do things now that make you better in the future. But you enjoy these things now. You enjoy what you're doing now. You don't necessarily regret what you're doing now because you enjoy them. You enjoy these things. Whereas scrolling on Instagram and social media and all this, you don't enjoy it. You say you will, you see a meme every now and again, that's funny, but you really don't enjoy it. And it's a shame. It's a shame. And it's a shame that a lot of people live like this. And it's a shame that a lot of people don't even realise that they're not even living their life. Like, they're literally not living their life. They're living other people's life through their phone. And their only life is, say, their job or their family life, like, say, with their kids or whatever. And before you know it, a lot of your life's passed by and you've not done a lot of stuff that you wanted to do because you've wasted this present moment. Time's passed by, and time's something you can't get back. Time's something you can never get back. And that's what grieving and death and people dying in your life makes you realise time you can't get back. And it's so easy not to live in the moment. So easy not to. And that's why meditation, especially gratitude meditation, helps with. Because it allows you to live in the moment. And when you do that and you go for a walk and you journal and all that, you're in the moment. And that's what's beautiful. Life now is beautiful. Life on your phone isn't. Life in a film isn't. You doing things that are positive for you is beautiful. And that's what we need to realise. And that's what I want young people to realise especially. And even older people, they can take value from this as well. Because I've spoken to a lot of older people, especially in my family and they can't believe a lot of the views I have on life and a lot of views I have on how to live and all this at my age, because when they were my age, they didn't have anything new. They didn't have any of this clarity new. But it's because I've done different things other than what they've done. And they think I've got my head more screwed on than they do half the time, which is insane to believe. So that tells me that I'm not chatting shit. That tells me I'm not chatting bollocks, and it tells me there's a bit of facts in what I'm saying. In fact, there's a lot of facts in what I'm saying. And one excellent solution for this is gratitude meditation. Gratitude meditation allows you to realise what positive you actually have now and what is beautiful around you now. And it allows you to feel happy and just genuinely enjoy what's going on and what's happening now. And it allows you to be in the moment when you're doing things. And it allows you to be in the moment in conversations. It allows you to be in the moment in working out, in meditating, in journaling, in so many aspects of life. That's amazing. That makes you feel incredible. And that's a big thing that's helped me, especially over these past few years, few months. And gratitude meditation's really allowed me to just be happy for now, no matter what's happened in the past, no matter what negatives have happened in the past, no matter if this person don't like you, no matter if you've done this before And no matter if whatever you've done, whatever negative thing you've done, or whatever people perceive to be bad about you, that may not be right, that may not be correct. It allows you to just be happy for now and not forget about the past, but it allows you to think now and make decisions now and be positive now and be happy now. And that's what we want at the end of the day. We want to work towards goals and be happy. And we want to be grateful for the present. Because without the present, what do we have? We're just constantly chasing. We're constantly living in the past. And then we're getting nowhere. And then we're genuinely getting nowhere. And it makes us feel sad, anxious, insecure. Because we're living in the past version. And we're not enjoying what's happening. And I remember a lot of times when I was anxious, when I was going to college, when I was just in everyday life a few years ago, it's because I was living in the past and I wasn't present, and I was so scared of what people thought because of the past. Would I call it trauma? Because of the past interactions that I've had with people, it made me think negative about myself and negative of myself in interactions, and it really took away from my happiness in situations and in life and just in everyday situations. And it made me feel extremely insecure and anxious about what people thought, about how people viewed me, about how people saw me, and it just negatively affected my life. It negatively affected my mind. And at that point, it was just miserable. Just miserable. I found when I lived in the present, when I'd done the right things, when I was able to work towards stuff that I wanted to do and wanted to be, that's when I was actually happy. When I was in good conversations with people, when we were both like interacting off each other's positive energy, and we were both laughing and having a good time and taking each other's views into account and conversating over things that we both enjoy, speaking about each other's interests. That's when I found I was really happy. That's when I found I was actually happy, and I was actually enjoying that energy, enjoying that connection with someone. Whereas when you're living in the past and you're negative and you're living for the future, you're never really going to be happy with the present moment. Because say you achieve what you want to achieve, what's going to happen then? Are you not going to want to achieve more? Are you not going to want to strive for more? Are you not going to want to be more? And are you not going to be happy until you achieve that? And it's just going to be a never-ending cycle. So that's why it's important to be happy with the journey and with who you are becoming and with who you're building yourself as, who you are making yourself. Because without that, without the present moment and without the enjoyment, and without the ups and downs of the present moment as well, without the sadness, without the pain, without the anger, without all the things that go wrong, you wouldn't recognize how beautiful it is now. You wouldn't recognize how beautiful it is to be about now. You wouldn't recognize how good it is to be alive if you didn't have lows, because you would take for granted the highs. And say if you were high constantly, happy, and you had no lows, it'd be hard to really take in the highs and be happy with the highs. So thank you all for watching. In this video, I want you to get the value of living in the present and not letting time pass by, and not letting time pass you by. That's what I want for you not. I want you not to be the best version of yourself and be happy with yourself. Be able to enjoy your life and not be able to regret. I don't want you living in regret and sadness and pain. Thanks for watching.